which used to import these bananas, and along with other produce from the Canaries, like the tomatoes. And you know, the importance of this export business to the UK, you know, is obvious, because even now, you know, Canary Wharf is one of the most economically important areas of our country. Canary Wharf. This was where all the stuff, all the produce from the Canaries was unloaded in London. Over the centuries have been through these periods of monocultures, you know, like where one industry or kind of agriculture has dominated, and you know, right to La Cruz, which date back that long. You know, of course then it was a limited number of people who came on cruise ships, and yeah, it was pretty exclusive, you know, to holiday in the Canaries was something very special. Mountain here is like a miniature Mount Hady. It appears like a miniature Mount Hady, especially when at night or during the evening and there's a beautiful sunset. You can look from a distance, say from Las Palmas back there, and you can see this peak outlined against the silhouette of Mount Hady across the water in Tenerife. And it is an extraordinary thing to see, because from a distance this could be Mount Hady, and then in the distance way over there is the real Mount Hady. And it's very interesting, you know, in the right conditions you can see this one sort of superimposed on the real one. And this colourful little town, Santa Maria de Guia here, it's has a population of about 8,000. We're now about 25 kilometres west of Las Palmas, and you know, here lived a rather well-known composer, a French composer called Saint-Saëns. I'm sure you've heard of him. He lived here in the 19th century, and he played the piano in the local church here. Beautiful view of the cliffs ahead. Picture postcard view. instructor is driving us, first of all, a little bit through the city. Yeah, we'll just see a little something of the city. It's difficult because the central area is sort of closed to traffic. There are a lot of pedestrianised areas, so we can't really get into the centre, but we'll see what we can. This is the capital of the island of Santa Cruz and also the capital of the province, which comprises Tenerife, La Palma, La Gomera and Hierro. So we've left behind the other province, the province of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. We've done Lanzarote, Fuerteventura and Gran Canaria. We've left the eastern islands behind. We're now in the capital of the western province. So number 4 and number 1. This is not such a large city as Las Palmas, actually. The population of Las Palmas is bigger, but this is a very attractive city, very attractive capital. And it has a huge port area, but not quite as big as that of Las Palmas. Here, you know, there's lots of industrial shipping, lots of cruise ship business. A lot of the cruise liners come in here. And look ahead at the Right Wave, so-called the Right Wave Auditorium. This was designed by the Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava, and this auditorium, which has the presence of the Sydney Opera House, and they do say that the acoustics are fantastic. This was opened in 2005, the Right Wave, so-called. You can see El Corte Inglés. You know, this is one of the big department stores of Spain. There is a branch in Las Palmas, but we didn't see it. So this is the big department store at the heart of the main shopping centre of the island. Than Admiral Horatio Nelson. And Nelson was extremely unlucky. He was engaged in a big battle in the harbour here, and in the process he lost an arm. So yeah, the people of this island know how to fight. That was in 1797, by the way, the Battle of Santa Cruz de Tenerife. Church of the Conception, and that was built shortly after the conquest in 1498. Tenerife was the last of all the Canary Islands to be conquered. They held out, they resisted for nearly 100 years after the first island, Lanzarote, was taken. So remember, Lanzarote was conquered in 1402 and then very quickly Fuerteventura, and all the other islands were taken one by one until in 1496 this island finally was conquered by Alonso Fernandez de Lugo, who claimed it in the name of the crown and the church, and his cross, the Holy Cross of the Conquest, is located in that Church of the Conception. And although that church has been rebuilt, it has been rebuilt in the 16th, 17th centuries, as well as the cross of the conquest, it also contains flags which belonged to Nelson. Name, it means the massacre. Look to the... I just want to point something out to you if I can. Into this ravine, look at the picture on the wall, on the rock wall. Do you see on the left? Look. Yeah. This is a guanche blowing his horn. This is to commemorate this village. I've ordered some drinks for us, and I've marked the luggage, as I said. All the labels are marked with your room numbers. No need to hand in your passports, as you've already put the passport number on the registration form. And you'll receive your key card, and you'll also receive an orange card which is for the all-inclusive arrangement. And you need to show that whenever you order something under that arrangement. And you'll receive a little bit of information about the hotel, the restaurant opening times, etc. The safe in the room you need to pay for, same as in the other hotels. The cost of that is €2.50 per day, with a deposit of €10. You should find fruit and water in the room as usual. There's no mini bar in the room, but if the water that you find in there, and maybe a soft drink or two, they are complimentary. Now we're turning off here to come directly into the top end of the eastern end of town, into La Paz, passing more banana plantations as we go. Quite narrow outside the main entrance of the hotel. Please check that you have everything, including hats, before you you leave the coach. As I'm only saying this because on one occasion I still had one or two things on the seat here, and the driver just drove off and left me stranded. Yes, but Victor won't do that, I know. Well, it's 3:30 now. Let's say let's say at 4 o'clock for my side of the coach. 4 o'clock, everyone's sitting behind me. Meet me in the reception and I'll show you the creepy way out of the hotel. And then everyone's sitting behind Victor. Meet me at 4:30 and I'll do the same with you. So those of you who want to see the creepy way out of the hotel, that's what some people call it. Okay? So 4 o'clock, yes. And Victor will unload the luggage and the porters will be there to take it into the hotel and get it delivered to the rooms.